So our topic for the current events is about NATO tanks being deployed to Ukraine. Here is the table of contents. General overview, the current situation. What is happening? On January 25th, the German government announced that it would send Ukraine 14 of its Leopard 2 main battle tanks to aid the nation in its continued struggle against the Russian invasion. Other nations have followed suit and have also agreed to deliver tanks from their own stockpile, the most notable of them being the promised American Abrams. This announcement comes at a crucial time, as both Ukraine and Russia are preparing for the spring offensive that will commemorate the first anniversary of the special military operation. Causes of the event. What led to this event happening? We have identified three main causes for this event. The first is public pressure. With public sentiment being mostly in support of Ukraine, citizens are demanding the governments of NATO countries to supply the Ukrainians with modern tanks. The second would be the spring offensive. A renewed Russian spring offensive is predicted to be coming in the very near future, and sending in tanks may be instrumental in tipping the scales in favor of Ukraine. The third would be incorporation of Ukraine into the Western Bloc, as the new tanks being sent would also signal a new beginning for Ukrainian military imports, as it would allow them to move away from old Soviet models to Western suppliers in NATO and the EU.
So the effects, is the event good or bad? What are possible actions to take? We believe this event is mostly good because the event shows how the situation is escalating, the advantage of Ukraine. The West is continuing to support the Ukraine to fight off the Russian invasion. This increase in Western involvement will hopefully lead to the Ukrainian victory and reclamation of the currently Russian-occupied territories in Ukraine. Possible actions. We believe that the West should deploy the tanks as soon as possible so that the Russians wouldn't be able to react quickly and organize a countermeasure to the new Ukrainian military strategy that utilizes the usage of tanks. So now off to the conclusion. What is the takeaway? As the major members of the NATO alliance, including USA, UK, and Germany confirmed the deployment of the tanks in the battlefield of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, their involvement in the war is increasing. This means that the Russian government might react to this with greater effort, as they might think aggression must be responded with the same level of aggression. We're uncertain in what ways Russia will react to this increase in Western engagement. Also, the practical execution of the Western commitment is estimated to take about a few months or even over a year, so it's not very likely for there to be an immediate dismantling of the war situation. But in the long term, deployment of tanks will eventually help the Ukrainians to effectively reclaim the territories they have lost to the Russian forces. So here's our sources. We use the Reuters as our article. Thank you.